Good evening. My name is Diego Hyndman.
And my name is Nicole Bonfiglio.
And welcome to our first evening of Record, where we give you the latest in news, sports, and culture at Seattle U. We have a packed show tonight featuring an exclusive interview with Seattle University student and rapper Brett Riley, and a Redhawk take on New Year's resolutions. But first, the news.
On January 11th, SU Dance Marathon raised over $72,000 in a mere 24 hours with their Miracle Day events. They just missed their goal of $80,000 for the day. However, it's not too late to get involved, as they are still hoping to raise $206,000 by February 18th. Do your part and make a donation by going to seattleudancemarathon.org or texting STRONG to 501-501 for a $10 donation added to your phone bill.
Homecoming week starts on January 31st with the Winter Involvement Fair at 11 a.m. in the Student Center, room 130. And we'll be there repping the Redhawk Entertainment Network. And we want to see your school spirit. The festivities continue with homecoming kickoff and royalty announcements at noon, and a D1 improv show at 9 p.m. in Piggott Auditorium. Not to mention Battle of the Bands, the Crosscut Festival, and SU's pregame mega rally before the men's basketball team takes on Utah State. So clear your calendars now and break out those red shirts.
Non-tenure faculty members have officially ended their legal battle with Seattle University over their right to unionize earlier this month, according to The Spectator's Anna Kaplan. Professor Benedict Stork reported to The Spectator that SU was, quote, going to pursue the legal avenues until they either exhausted them or got the answer they wanted. With President Trump's increasingly anti-union administration, adjunct faculty are left wondering what their future at Seattle U may hold.
Seattle University's research on the correlation between news about police being killed in the line of duty and police violence recently was published in an open access journal, PLOS1, and sparked a conversation with an online article in Seattle newspaper, The Stranger. The new research leads many to believe that talk about violence has actually increased violence in conversations surrounding police brutality and movements like Black Lives Matter. Go check it out at journals.plos.org.
The Women's March happened this past Saturday, and tens of thousands of women and allies took to the streets. The Seattle March started at Cal Anderson Park and made its way to Seattle Center after an hour of speeches were given to the crowd by government officials like Mayor Jenny Durkin and community leaders. The crowd came together to show support for a broad spectrum of human rights issues, including women's reproductive rights, LGBTQ rights, and ending the pay gap, among others. Look for coverage of the event next week.
We're over 3 weeks into the new year, and our producer, Haley Hackett, went out to ask Seattle University how their resolutions are going. Take a look.
Oh, hi there. My New Year's resolution? I never thought you'd ask. Well, last year I gave up alcohol and potato chips, so now I'm trying to find new ways to have fun. No, actually, my New Year's resolution is to be positive. Had the worst year of my life last year, and now it's time to move on in a positive direction. So that's my real resolution.
I'm Alexis, and my New Year's resolution is to keep up more with current events.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and my New Year's resolution is to be more giving.
My name's Anna, and my New Year's resolution was to just be me but better.
My name's Katie, and my New Year's resolution is to eat less bread because I have a gluten allergy, so...
My name is Nils, and my New Year's resolution is to survive this quarter.
My New Year's resolution is to eat healthier and drink more water.
Hi, my name is Vivian, and my New Year's resolution was to eat more broccoli.
Hi, my name is Nick. My resolution is to be more patient, both with myself and others in general.
Hi, my name is Malon, and my New Year's resolution is to put my values up front and center, and that's love and joy, and to meet and greet every single day with those things in mind.
My name is Shelby, and my New Year's resolution is to find some sort of sense of inner peace.
My name is Brittany, and my New Year's resolution is to network and to breathe whenever I'm stressed.
In sports here at Seattle U, women's tennis fell to Eastern Washington University 5-2. Our Redhawks women's basketball team have extended their winning streak to 4 games over the weekend with a 64-56 win over UTRGV. And our men's basketball team got its first true road win this season with a 79-76 win over UTRGV. Center Aaron Menzies went 9 for 12 from the field for a total of 21 points and hit the game-tying layup, forcing the game to overtime and helping the Hawks get a win. Some other pretty awesome news coming out of our men's soccer team here. The Seattle Sounders have officially selected Seattle University's own midfielder Alex Roldan with the 22nd pick in the MLS Super Draft. He's the first Red Hawk to move into the first round of the MLS Super Draft and the 4th player from SU to be selected. Roldan has an excellent resume too, having started in 78 matches in his college career, all of them.
Wow.
He also received all WAC first team honors twice, and he put up 18 goals and 17 assists, helping the Redhawks get to their 3rd WAC championship since 2013. Lastly, Nicole Bonfiglio and I had the opportunity to chat with fellow Seattle University student and rapper Brett Riley about his music. This is Through the Static. I'm here with a good friend, Brett Riley.
Hello.
Who is also a rapper. I've been to 2 of your shows now.
Yeah.
I've had a great
the
time.
The first and the most recent.
Yeah. So, tell me about the kind of progression that you've experienced between the 2, because I remember going to your first one, and it was like a little showcase, and like the amount of people there was
dismal.
It was kind of dismal, and then the second one there was a lot of differences. So. What would you say changed between those 2?
So I thought it was really cool that you got to see this one, having only ever really seen that first one, because that first one, from my perspective now, was bad. Like, but you have to get on stage. You have to get on stage, and you have to deal with those nerves, and you have to like just get that experience and have a few bad shows because you need to be able to be comfortable. And I think that's what you saw at Nectar Lounge. I was just like really comfortable up there. I was also really tired, so I was just trying to like do it all, but I think it's like I've seen constant improvement in, I think that was my 5th live show, 4th live show, something like that. But yeah, every time I've seen more audience response, I've felt better about it by myself, and my own friends have been more responsive, because like there's a difference between when you come off stage and you say, how'd I do, and they say good, versus when you come off stage and they're there and they say that was really good.
Yeah, definitely. What would you kind of say, first of all, your type of rap is, and
what do you talk about in your songs? 'Cause you have a particular message.
Yeah. I mean, there are a few songs that exist where I succumb to the braggadocious style, the slappers and things like that. But mainly, I would say that I try to spread the love of like peace, love, and positivity. I've always used writing itself to get what is in here out, because I can't understand it when it's in here. It's crazy, it's wild, it's all over the place, it's 1,000 different things. But when I hear it, or when I see it, I can understand it so much more. So that's why I try to dig deep into my own problems or conflicts or whatever, because I can't understand it when I'm just thinking about it as well as I can when I write it down and try to express it, and then I'm like, why do I believe these certain things? Like, why would I say it this way? Or why would I describe it this way? And so in certain songs, like in my most recent song, Changes, I wanted to make that one very personal because I felt like that was what was going to make a connection to other people. And that's what seemed to be true, because when that song came out, a lot of my friends came to me and said, like, I can feel what you're saying. Like, I literally can empathize.
That's a great song.
Can empathize. Thank you.
Your friend Max Schleibach made the beat, right? And it's on Spotify, if I'm not mistaken.
Very cool.
Goes find Brett Riley on Spotify.
It's all on
follow him.
platforms.
Add changes to your playlists.
Yeah.
Cue it up.
It was really, really cool to make music with him because of how. I mean, he's my best friend, and because that's a whole other aspect of our relationship. That even if you're best friends with someone, making music with someone is a very vulnerable position. You have to be willing to mess up. You have to be willing to sound bad and look bad, and you have to just be willing to sit there for hours. Essentially,
get rid of the ego thing.
Yeah, you really have to let go of your ego. It is very helpful to get other opinions on your music while it's being created. Like, you need that. And so to have Max there and to tell me, hey, try this, or that doesn't sound as good as I think you can, or like, and even just changing stuff as we go, all that stuff, like, made that song what it is, and made that song, in my opinion, one of my best songs, if not my best song. I feel that feeling with someone when you look at them in that place. You know? Like, I interacted with Max differently once we had made that song together, because, especially once we had made that song together, because, he heard me like deliver that verse a lot of different ways, because I was like, how do I want to have this come across? Because I don't want to be yelling.
That's the first time that you made music with him?
Yeah, that was the first time we had actually sat down and really made music. That was actually the first beat he ever made.
No way.
That was the first full beat he ever made. I do want to make fun songs, and I do want to make those.
And you can do both.
I think this album that I'm working on, to transition more towards that, is gonna be more that like fun side, because I want to have. I think that'll be cool, because that'll be literally I can just go up and do that whole thing for shows now, instead of like mixing slower songs in with other songs and stuff like that. Because I want to make, shows are going to be such a big part of growing a fan base for me. And so if in person I can hype people up and connect with them there, that's more than likely that they will revisit my things than if like they were just to find my stuff and they don't know who I am or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like trying to just get discovered on the internet is kind of...
Everybody's a SoundCloud rapper, man. And so that's why it was nice to get that song on Spotify, because, bro, when I send someone a Spotify link, they open that.
Way cooler than
they open.
You have a little album like, cover thing where it opens up your message.
I commissioned Max Keat, Seattle University student, graphic designer, to get that album cover. Max. Yeah, great job, man. It's beautiful. I think that got a lot of people to click it off the rip as well, because it's just...
That is a really cool album cover.
Yeah, that's my little sister. It's this picture I had as well, just from like a year ago or something, that I think my stepmom took. And I was like, mess with this, like do some weird things, and you did a really cool job.
Your favorite artist?
Not at all, because I know I'm not great yet. That's the thing. It's like,
I like the yet though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is a lot of I like when people talk to me about my music, but there's always a lot of apprehensiveness when people talk to me about my music, because I feel like they feel like I think I'm supposed to be something so much bigger or something, but I understand where I am. I'm very early on in the road, even though I've been rapping for 2 years now. I've only done like 4 live shows, 5 live shows, and they've been small venues. And
I mean, yeah, you're not like selling out
and
the arena, so.
I know I'm not rapping at the level of Kendrick Lamar or even Isaiah Rashad or any of my favorite rappers, anyone in the game, right?
Yeah.
But I'm working towards that. Yeah. But it proves to me, if anything, that anyone can do anything. Because I wasn't good. I wasn't good. You know? And that's fine. It's my own journey, you know? It's not me in constant comparison to other rappers. It can be, and I do that sometimes when I shouldn't. But it's me against me.
Yeah.
It's not me against anybody else. It's always been me against me. I have to wake up every day and compete against myself and get better. And as long as I'm doing that, I'm winning, in my mind. Like, as long as I'm getting better at rapping and doing what I love and making beats and doing it with friends especially, like bringing in more people to it and inspiring passion in them.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I have a few friends that, like, you know, when we hang out, we would just chill and we would just watch TV. We wouldn't really do much. And it's amazing to get together and be like, hey, let's make some music. Even if it's not like, let's make a song or something, let's just mess with sounds. Let's literally just like, let's just groove and be weird. Like, let's just be weirdos. That's very personal. Like, that I've grown closer with my friends in the last month because of that. Like, there's enough time in these days that we can do something every day. And that's why I try to sit down at least 30 minutes and like work on a beat or write something. Just get it. That's progress. That's literally progress in my mind. And it might not be huge, but in 2 years I was able to make a noticeable improvement.
Yeah.
I don't know how noticeable, but it was a noticeable improvement.
Yeah.
And because of that, because of changes, I've gained more noticeable support from people in my life than any other song. Like, that was the one that really did it, I think. Like, finally convinced people that, like, this is the way that I should be expressing myself. Like, that I'm not just rapping because, essentially, that, like, when I put my thoughts into a flow and execute it, it's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah. How long does it take you to write it?
Writing it, not that long.
Yeah.
The first verse came all in one sitting, in probably under an hour. Once I had actually got that first line.
Yeah.
And figured out the tone I was going for. And then that second verse definitely went really fast as soon as I got like the intro and started speeding up. I was like, all the words that I wanted to say were coming to me, you know, like, this is how it feels. There was a huge difference from times where I mixed it incorrectly to the times I mixed it perfectly, because when I was working on it and I got it to sound right, I literally cried to my own song. When I cried to my own song, I knew it was good to me, and I texted Max and I was like, yo,
this is
I just sobbed. I was like,
what's
yo,
up?
this is real. Like, we have done something here. I was like, we have done something here. We need to, I was like, we need to keep going. I was like, we need to keep going. So, and unfortunately, it's so hard with everything that's going on in life, like with school and you know, trying to graduate and everything. I haven't been able to sit down with Max and make a lot since then. But we have a lot of other beats that he wants me to hop on. Your art, your creation, your whatever is not going to please everyone. And that has to be the number one thing you understand before you move on.
Yeah, no matter what, some people are just not.
It is not for everyone. No matter what you are doing, literally anything in life, it's not for everyone. And so it's not going to be some tie all together kind of thing. You know, you have to find your fans. You have to find your love and do it for you and them. It's funny because my dad is not a rap fan at all. Despises it most of the time because of the predisposition towards it, because, you know, like, of what is played on the radio is not like lyrical rap and things like that. But he's a sweet man, so he said he's my biggest fan, man. He said the only person he wants to hear rap is me.
Well, Changes is out now. Go check it out on Spotify and SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Find Brett Riley everywhere on all social media. Brett Tata on Instagram.
Brett Riley Music on Twitter. I have a Facebook fan page if you want to follow there.
Hit that
but
up.
yeah, follow me on Spotify, follow me on SoundCloud, and you'll get to hear even more coming soon that's going to be better.
Check out Changes and the new EP, hopefully coming out before graduation.
Yeah, I got 5 months.
Thanks for joining us for our very first episode. Tune in next week to see our coverage on the Women's March, more on sports, and another very special guest.
And if you're interested in becoming part of the Redhawk Entertainment Network, message us on Facebook. And if you see any newsworthy stories you'd like us to cover, make sure to tag us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RecordSeattleU.
Hi, Adriana. We're just calling to say hi and see how you're doing. When you get this message, you can give us a call back. Love you. Say bye-bye, Brett.
Only I could be the one to tell you all about it as I'm shouting from the mountains. Nobody wanna hear it all recounted cause they bout to end up pouting. Nobody's out here. Nobody that I know didn't see it go south and get real loud and again they're fighting just like they bouting. Nobody's out yet, nobody's out yet, nobody.